Testing 1 2 3. Kind of terrified, not gonna lie. What is up, beautiful people? It has been a minute. My last post was literally January.
Damn.
And I think it was titled like cleaning my seasonal depression away. That clearly did not work. Okay, so yeah, things kind of took a little bit of a turn. Your girl was very much down, and now I'm back. And I don't know if I'm back to the extent in which I used to be back, but I am in fact back enough to post this one video. I've learned that I am consistently inconsistent and I am social media lazy. Okay, just made those two terms up, but we're gonna roll with both of them. Also, this battery is about to die. That lets you know how lazy I am. What has the battery been doing for the last 4 months? I brought the spare battery. I'm gonna change the batteries. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Battery's been changed. So where were we? Where have I been?
Where have you been?
Literally nowhere. I've just been at home, y'all. I just was trying to like not be depressed. I have always struggled with seasonal depression. I've always struggled with my mental health. I come from a life full of different traumas, and so my mental health can do like this. Cool, whatever. I've learned to like work through that and deal with that.
Right.
Thing that kind of like, not a breaking point, but was like the thing, was how far away we're getting from my brother passing. And it just kind of felt like he's just frozen in time, and like life is just like leaving and I'm forgetting him, and everybody else around me is forgetting him, and it just felt very, very overwhelming. If you're new here, which you're probably not, but my brother passed away 2021. We're coming up on the 4-year anniversary mark, and I've always had this thing in my head where I was like, okay, I know that grief and healing and all that is not linear, and I know that. I learned that. I literally took an entire class on the psychology of trauma and grief. Like I know, but for some reason I still had in my brain that the farther we get away from him passing, the better I would feel. And that's not what's happened. I genuinely just felt worse, because I'm like, why is so much time going on? Why don't I remember what his voice sounds like? Why can't I remember our last conversation? Why can't I remember what we did 3 Christmases ago? Well, because he wasn't here 3 Christmases ago. And so every time that I have that realization that like, oh, he's missed all these things, meanwhile my kids are hitting these new milestones, and his son is hitting milestones, and our family is just growing and changing and developing and everything else, and it's like he's just missing all these things. It just kind of set me back. So anyway, that was a huge part. Secondly, I just really felt like I had imposter syndrome. I felt like I was just kind of going through the motions of who I was and what I'm doing. And honestly, after graduation, I genuinely felt like I had no purpose outside of just simply being my kid's mom, and my a wife, and like that's what I felt. And I just was like, well, what else am I doing here?
Right.
Like, I'm done with my BA. I graduated. I worked really hard. I know that I need to do something different. I applied for jobs, and they didn't, either I got rejected and or they didn't work with the schedule that we have with all the kids.
I'm discouraged, I'm disappointed, I'm upset.
And so that also just felt super freaking overwhelming. I was like, okay, I'm done dealing with that. Like,
I'm done. Take me off.
I don't even know how to be done dealing with it, but I'm just done dealing with it. So I went ahead and applied for my master's program, because I was like, well, maybe I'll just spend my next 2 years getting my master's program, or getting my master's, and then I can dive into the workforce. Although I have no experience, I will at least have my degrees. Okay, cool. That's my thought process, right? We're literally still in the waiting process. I applied months and months and months ago, and I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like they're playing with me. I feel like they're stringing me along, and I don't like it. So there's that. I am going back to school for my master's if I get accepted into my master's program, which, let's cross our fingers, let's think positive that will happen for me. Yeah, my kids, update, are all growing up like exponentially. Both of the girls, the big girls, are driving. One of them has a job.
Oh my gosh.
Ivy is about to be accepted into like the gifted program, and KJ is gonna go to preschool soon. So yeah. Also, I feel like people think I disappeared because I'm pregnant. Very much not pregnant. I don't want to be pregnant. I am very, very, very happy and comfortable with the amount of children that we have in this economy. If I go hit the lotto maybe tomorrow, I might think about adopting a baby. But I genuinely don't want to be pregnant ever again. That was just, that was a lot. And that was a lot on my body. I'm almost 40 years old.
Damn.
I can't be sitting around here being pregnant. That's just not gonna work for me. I am done having children, okay? Done doing that. Now I realize I said that after Ivy, and I also realized I tend to have a pattern of having kids every 5 years because Audrey, Ivy, and KJ, there's a 5-year age gap between them three. I know, but it's not gonna happen.
Right.
I rebuke it. Hey sir, what did you eat? Cheetos?
Yeah.
Why did you have to rub it on your shirt? That's what you have the wipes for. Go get the wipes and wipe your hands and your face.
I'm going to count to 10.
2 new things happening in my life that I am very excited about, that it got my creative juices flowing. Thing number 1, I started crocheting again. I crocheted a long time ago when I was like a kid. My grandma taught me, but I recently picked it back up because I needed a thing to help either calm my mind, help with my anxiety, or like just fill my time up when in between picking this kid up, dropping this kid up, picking this kid up, doing this thing, right? I even opened up a little Etsy shop, so I think I'm gonna start selling a lot of the stuff that I've been making. But right now I'm really into these bucket hats, these multicolored bucket hats. And yeah, that's been my new little like baby. My second thing, if you guys have followed me for any amount of time, y'all know that I like to try to carry a tune when I can, okay? I do enjoy a good karaoke session, but back in the day, I used to do covers. I'm back in that bag. I'm working on music, I'm writing songs, I'm working with a vocal coach, I'm in the studio. I do want to be able to put out a project at some point, and that's what I've been working on as well, while I wait for these people to tell me if I can, you know, do this master's program. So yeah, working on music, working on crocheting, working on creating. I'm just trying to pull out all the creative things that I possibly can to fill my time, find some purpose, and be more than just Ella, Audrey, Ivy, and KJ's mom, you know? Trying to be more than that. And that's genuinely what I've been doing, just simply trying to be more than just a mom. That is the update. I do plan on bringing you guys along for different bits of my journey in terms of the music stuff, because I do feel like, I don't know, I feel like I want to share it, and I want to share that process. I want to share the vocal lessons, I want to share the studio sessions and the writing sessions and all that. And y'all literally have like 25 songs already written and recorded. Like, hopefully this was a good enough life update. I do apologize for just disappearing, y'all. I realize that is frustrating for people that are major supporters. I am on TikTok, I am on Instagram. I do post on TikTok a lot more now, and I'm also on Instagram, like on my stories a lot. The kids popping in, it will be so far and few in between because they're literally almost grown. Like, vroom vroom, bank account, gotta go to work, grown. Like 2 years away from being an adult. So yeah, that is it. That is all. That is the life update. Yes, still married, still co-parenting, still in the same house. I don't know, like there's not really like a whole lot to really update y'all on in terms of like life changes, because I genuinely was just depressed. Also, the reason why I deleted all the videos is I just didn't want a catalog of the kids' life. I've explained that in an old video, but I realized I took that video down because that is the Virgo in me. When I want to start over, that means delete everything and start over. I realize I can't erase the past, but if I just delete it, like off of my view, then it's gone. I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, I took everything down because I just didn't want someone to be able to search a catalog of my children's life from birth to now. And even though the last like 4 years really wasn't a lot of the kids, it still felt very much like, oh, I knew what you were doing on this day, or I knew what you were doing then. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't, I don't know, I just didn't want that. I didn't feel comfortable with it anymore. And which is why I just plan to share them sparingly and share them in moments that's like just casual moments and not like major life moments. Because again, my kids have had so many major life things happen and I should not shared any of them. But one day I will. And by the time that I share it, it's going to be so far, you know, in the past that it won't be like, I know what you were doing then, you know. That just feels so strange to me. I realize there's no way for them to ever have a normal childhood because people know who they are because of me. Realize that, understand that, came to terms with that. But that doesn't mean that I have to continue to share them and continue to expose them. Like, just because they've been exposed doesn't mean like there's no stopping point. I don't know. I feel like it's my choice because they're my children, right? And then whenever they're now adults, which is like right around the corner, then they can choose to share what they want to share about their lives, and then it's on them. It's their choice, right? And I feel like I don't like the fact that I took a lot of their choices away, no matter how many times I asked. But anyways, that's a conversation for another day. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up because I have nothing else to say, and y'all know me, I will sit here and ramble and ramble and ramble because I'm a certified yapper. Approved. And that is just me. I appreciate you guys. I
sound it out. Use your vowels. Where
cannot ever express the amount of gratitude that I have for those of you that have supported me in this sense, in this platform, in this journey. Like, it's crazy and incredible to think about so many strangers. Like, you guys know me. I don't know, if I saw you on the street today, I would know who you are. I'm sorry, but you know me and you feel like this sense of connection with me. I get it's a parasocial relationship, and so I'm still appreciative of that. But anywho's, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Deuces.